Well, that would be neat to be able to hang out and do that with you. Just get a little bit of the city out of you because it's a different aspect of Adolfo Shabba Doo compared to when you're on point on stage behind a mic, under the spotlight.
But there's one other place I want to go. You know where it is. It's the Subway sandwich. Remember the Subway place that used to be across the street from Talcott?
Oh, right.
You know where that guy is, right? He used to own it, or his family did.
Yeah. Well, did you see that? One day I just mentioned to him that there are people that have been asking about a Rosie sandwich, and I know the guy still from the family, the original owner's son. And he said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Well, I go to I wind up with my old school friends, and they always talk about Rosie sandwiches." And once I convinced him that there was somewhat of a market for it, he brought the sandwich out of retirement. And I'm telling you, I had people that were coming from the South Side, people coming from Cicero. He did a sale out of his church. He did a sale out of his home, and all these kids that grew up on the Rosie sandwiches were running around looking for Lemieux to buy a sandwich from him. It was insane.
Oh my God! I saw the one that you posted the picture.
That was it.
And, I know I was hating on you.
But and the funny thing is, and I mentioned this to one of my grade school friends, and I said, I kind of did it. It wasn't exactly a crank. It was kind of more nostalgia. And I said, yeah, but it's whose daughter was it? I think it was Iris's daughter, Siani. She goes, but it's just a sandwich. No, it's not just a sandwich. And then they went through all the ingredients and whatever secret stuff they did at Rosie's.
Okay, what's that oil they put on there?
Well, I think the initial thing when I talked to Lemuel, it was they did an oregano thing, they did olive oil, but what he told me they do, and he might not appreciate me saying this, he says what they do their dressing, they add something to the mayonnaise to make it their own as a dressing. And he says nobody else does that because it's a family recipe, and so he doesn't tell us what it is. So if there's something that separated a Rosie sandwich from any other sub sandwich, it had to be whatever they mixed in with their mayonnaise, along with the oregano and the olive oil and the pickles.
Oh, and it's that, but it's also the bread.
The ganella bread, exactly.
But it's the one where it's spongy, but the top is crunchy.
Yep. Man, you got a good memory for somebody who's been on the West Coast all this time.
No. You don't understand when something leaves an impression, an indelible impression. It doesn't ever go away. Like the first time I ate that sandwich, and I think it was something crazy. Like that sandwich only cost like 30 cents or something. It was. When I think back, it was something low like that.
You go to Rosie's and remember they had the cutting board with the different slash marks for the different prices.
So he used to make everything fresh, like right there, made to order.
Well, yeah, because they would go to Ganilla's because Ganilla's was a block away, so the bread was always fresh. And I'm telling you, and when he comes out, and I'm sorry that I teased you with that picture, but when he comes out again, you'll probably see more pictures and you'll see more people lined up looking for the guy. Just it's kind of reliving your youth, but it's not a Subway sandwich. It's not a.
Oh no, it's better than that. It's better than that.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks again for hanging out for this conversation, and yeah, when you come back to town, we'll have to do some hanging out, and I'll try to coincide that, and I'll let Lemuel know that you're looking for a sandwich and see if we can accommodate you, so then you can tease your kids who never saw that.
And I'll be in heaven.
They'll go, Dad, but it's just a sandwich, and then you're saying no.
There's more than that.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, Celebrity Conversation with Adolfo Shabba Doo Quinones. Thanks again.